Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Nada K, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT. I listened to your recording yesterday, and I was doing my audio comments, so I did like 15 minutes of comments, and then at the very end, it didn't save correctly. So I had to redo it. So today I'm going to do this by video instead. Okay, so you're focusing on pronunciation lesson number 11. So specifically here, you're focusing on 2 vowel sounds. And these 2 vowel sounds, as indicated by your pronunciation pretest, these are some sounds that you want to work on in order to speak more intelligibly. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to your recording and then give you some feedback. Let's see how you're doing. Now, I won't just limit my feedback to those 2 sounds. I will give you feedback on anything that matters to your pronunciation. All right? And let me make sure the video is good. Okay, we are 1 minute into this video, and we're getting into your recording exercise right now. Here we go.
You recognize that your teacher has a desire to... In this situation,
good.
You recognize that your teacher has a desire to be respected.
Yeah, perfect. So far on the vowel sounds, you're good, but you're speaking too slowly. So I might say this, in this situation, you recognize that your teacher has a desire to be respected. So after you pause, after situation, after recognize, those are the only 2 pauses in this sentence. Then say you recognize that your teacher has a desire to be respected. So that would be how you want to read that.
In 1978, the United States Supreme Court declared marriage to be fundamental importance to all individuals.
Good. Now here's a key. When you have a thought group, for example, the U.S. Supreme Court declared marriage, maybe you'll pause there, but then you'll say to be a fundamental importance to all individuals. So when you have to, be, and of, these are all grammatical words. You don't want to pause after any of those words because those words are all part of the same thought group. So that's just a tip for your pacing. So I might say 1978, the United States Supreme Court declared marriage to be a fundamental importance to all individuals. That's how I would read that. Okay, here we go.
As a plane uses jet engines or even...
Let's take that word jet. You got to pronounce that J. Jet engines.
Propeller, in some cases, to move itself forward, air rushes by the wing.
Okay.
The pilot must increase...
And the word the pilot, it sounded kind of like you're saying the pilot, but the, that's an interdental consonant. See the tongue here? The pilot.
Engine power, which increases thrust, which increases lift. Over again, it makes this...
Thus making, not it makes, thus making this drop in altitude manual.
Drop in altitude manual. Anyone who can read and write can improve efficiency of their...
Can improve the efficiency of their memory. So be careful. Don't omit those determiners or those prepositions or those auxiliary verbs. I know, Nada, we don't pronounce them. We don't put a lot of stress in those words when we're speaking, for sure. But we still need to pronounce them.
Their memory.
Okay, so my assessment here is this. I think for the 2 vowel sounds, I didn't notice any major problems there, so you're okay there. But when you're reading the sentences, you're reading them too slowly. So the next time you do some pronunciation practice, in addition to focusing on the targeted sounds in the lesson, I want you to also focus on your pacing, which means you want to try to speak a little bit faster than what you're doing. So if I looked at sentence number 4, I might say, the pilot must increase engine power, which increases thrust, which increases lift over again, thus making this drop in altitude manual. I would say it like that. Or number 5, anyone who can read and write can improve the efficiency of their memory. I might read it like that.
How would you like to have a time machine that could take you back anywhere over the past 300,000 years?
Okay.
You could see what the world was like when ice sheets 1,000 feet thick blanketed Canada and Northern Europe.
Okay, you say the word thousand, that's a Z, thousand.
Or when the Indonesian volcano blew its top
Blew its top.
in the largest volcanic eruption of the last 500,000 years.
Okay, so you're speaking, interesting enough, from that email that you sent me, you're having a little bit of trouble with those academic speaking tasks, right? I think you scored fair on those on your last TOEFL exam, so you were 24 points out of 30. So you have to be careful when you're doing this practice and you're reading these academic type sentences. I want you to do it with a little bit more speed. So if I'm reading this, I might say this. How would you like to have a time machine that could take you anywhere over... Let me read it again. How would you like to have a time machine that could take you back anywhere over the past 300,000 years? You could see what the world was like when ice sheets 1,000 feet thick blanketed Canada and Northern Europe, or when the Indonesian volcano blew its top in the largest volcanic eruption of the last 500,000 years. So that's how I would read that. That's the speed. You got to get a little bit faster than what you are. That's going to help you with your pronunciation. All right? That's the speed that you're trying to get at when you're doing those integrated speaking tasks. All right, so thank you for doing this exercise and keep on. So your next step is to go to the next exercise, whatever those sounds are, practice those voice recording exercises, send me 60 seconds of audio feedback, and remember, don't just focus on the targeted sounds, but I also want you to focus on the speed, your pacing, your fluency. So you need to speak a little bit faster on the next recording. That's what I'm going to listen for. Okay? All right, thank you.